This is just meant to be a kind of quick guided tour through the demo version of the Durand of Champagne text that we started so that you can see some of the dynamic features that are available and how to use the different menus so that you can explore those features on your own. So if you take the link that brings you to chapter one, you'll see basically um, a web layout of the critical edition. The app works by focusing at different levels of the text. So when we arrive at chapter one, we're focused on the chapter one, and all the information that we get on the left side panel is about chapter one. So we can get basic information at the info panel, and it tells you the available diplomatic transcriptions that are available. So we could flip over to the diplomatic transcription, and you can see that for each diplomatic transcription, the citation information is a little more precise, telling us what manuscript and exactly what pages that occurs at. We can flip back over. If we move over to this is just the waffle icon. This is basically like our index. We'll see that this is an index for everything that is quoted in this chapter, or if someone in the future had quoted this text, they would also have quoted by or referenced by. But you can see as I narrow my focus on a given chapter, the index adjusts to whatever you focus on. So for just this paragraph here, we don't have any quotes or references. But if I move to paragraph two, it'll tell us what kinds of quotations can be found in this passage. If I want to see what's being quoted without moving away, I can hit the eyeball and we'll see the text. And if I want to compare that to the text we have above, we can look at it kind of like this. In this case, there isn't any comparison to be made. Let me hide this. But you can access that quotation just like a footnote by clicking here or here. We should see 1 Samuel, for 15:17 is right here. If we access that source with a footnote in the text, you can click on it, and then again, without navigating away, you can see the source text and precisely what's being quoted. Folio numbers are generally, when we have the images available, are generally dereferenceable. So for the Paris manuscript, we have that. We can look at the full text. If we want to close the bottom window, we just close it here. If we want to search the text, we can use the search icon and we can search. So let's search for the word like, let's search for a word like papyrus. And so we get that result and click on it. And it'll actually focus our attention even more, not just on the paragraph, but on the precise word that's occurred in. The search allows you to do wildcard searching, so we could say anything that had put a question mark in just a particular word there, get that same one, or a star ending, so everything that starts with PAU, and again we can move around to it like so. You can see we're off just a little bit. That's because of a few bugs, but it generally gets you pretty close. There you go. Okay. The footnotes are pretty familiar, but again, you can explore them kind of more dynamically. Variants, when we have the manuscript available, you can get immediate transparency by clicking on them. Clicking on the sigla, and we can see exactly what's going on. So quantus, we can confirm that by being taken directly to it. The image icon here is to give us a perspective of whatever we're focused on. If we can see the underlying manuscript region. So let's focus on paragraph 2 here, and the menu starts on the Born Digital critical text, so there's no image to see. But if we flip over to any of the available manuscripts, it knows how to find the coordinate regions on the page and just show you that paragraph. And if I move through like this, it's kind of nice to move like that. If I want to view the images alongside other information, I can add the bottom window here and flip over to the image here. So it gives you a build. If you had two manuscripts, it's kind of nice. You could see one on the left and one on the right. This view is the outline view, so wherever you are, you could navigate to the text, like so. And I think I'll leave it at that. There's some, experimental features allowing us to comment and things like that. We might be interested in seeing this data in a different presentation. So, it's really important that we separate data from presentation. So what we see here is just one presentation of that data. The underlying data can be seen with the third icon here, which is the encoded form. Yeah. But if we want a different presentation, we can click print view and it will construct a print view on a different server. That takes a little while, so you just have to give it time to do that. It doesn't take that long. And then you get a nice print view that you can download or print. Depends on what you want. Another view might be, if you're really interested in the manuscripts for a given text, is to move over to a different app called Mirador, which is here, right? And all the data we kind of made for this is getting reused in a different view. So I can move quickly to chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. I can, that one's not finished, but let's come back to chapter 2. The transcription, I can see along these lines. And the same information I can use to search. So we can search in the same way. So the word fides, or we had searched earlier, star. Things like that. So I'll clear that. And I think that's about it. Maybe one other view is, if we're interested in comparing critical editions against diplomatic transcriptions, there's a few different tools we can use. So for whatever our target level is, we can select the collation table, and we can view the critical text against any of the manuscript transcriptions, and then we can inspect those variations with a click of a button. If you wanted to see the variation for the entire chapter, not just a paragraph, we can go up a level, move up to the parent resource. Okay, and now we're seeing a comparison of the entire chapter. And if we had 3 or 4 manuscripts, they'd all go into this chart. For the sources, another view, for collation view, there's another view here that's, kind of interesting if you like that view. So you can look at it like this. Right? And then the other view we talked about was, if you're interested in the index, you can get a perspective like so. But let's come back. Let's focus here on one we know has a few quotes, like paragraph 3. And then we can view the reference connections, right? And we can see that our Durand text quotes Boethius, and if Boethius quoted other people, we could go out to those. Let's find a bit better example. Maybe paragraph 2 here, and quoting 1517. Okay, so since these are unique references, we don't have as many connections, but these connections are always being scoped by the thing we're focused on. So if we really wanted to see all the connections for the Durand text, we could choose the top level, so the entire work, and this will give us all the Bible verses and all the quotes that I've cataloged so far. And some of these definitely are reused by other texts. So we can just explore some of these. So we can see that this quotation is used in 2 different passages in the Durand text. And now we start to see a place that, okay, Romans 12:10, this is cited by several other texts. So the Summa Hollensis, and Robert Holcott's wisdom commentary. So that law, it's also interesting. You see how um, paragraphs can connect through a similar resource. So this paragraph quotes both of these citations, and you could follow that further out. So does this Alexander Hale's paragraph cite anything else, or is it cited by anyone else? Does this Robert Holcott passage cite anything else? It does. So it also cites another Bible verse, and if we can get it to center here, maybe we can click on that as well. All right, so that's the basic idea. I think I've covered most of those different features, and I think that's enough for now. So if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, and I can make another video for you or guide you through many other features that we have. But thanks for watching.